Most respected, dear family members, my pranams to you. I am very happy to inform you that our Jyotisha seminar on astrology held on the last October 5th, few days back, 2014 October 5th, Sunday, a unique astrology seminar was held in which I was lucky to speak for about 9 hours, right from 9:30 up to 5:30. Many questions were asked in the seminar. Those questions will be answered to you in the course of time, and I explained how astrology should be followed. Astrology has got 3 factors, 3 parameters, 3 parts. One, astronomy. Astronomy is pure science, and the second part is mathematics. It is also pure science. And the third part is prediction part. Prediction part is not at all scientific. Many of the conclusions arrived in the prediction or for predicting parameters, they cannot be explained by science. Majority of that conclusions may not be rational, they may not be logical, but those predictions can be made useful in our life. And I informed everyone that the world is moving forward through prediction. Meteorological, climatic predictions are there, demographic predictions are there, agricultural predictions are there, share values are going up or going down purely based on predictions, and the country budget is approved based on the prediction. Election results are going through prediction. Many of the world-based calculations are going on prediction. The Third World War, many people predicted, nothing happened. The thrashing of the Twin Towers in New York, nobody predicted. And Islamic terrorism, nobody predicted. Majority of the people predicted that Osama bin Laden cannot be killed. Many people thought that Iraq President Saddam Hussein will be there for lifelong, and many people thought that China will never entertain private MNC investment, multinational company investment, and China will remain communist country, and it will never go to capitalism. And nobody predicted that one Communist Party will be wiped out from West Bengal. Nobody predicted that one BJP will be coming into power in the center. So you can see the world is moving on prediction, and that is based on many factors. Those predictions can go correct, or it can even go wrong. Sometimes it may become even blunder. But still there is no alternative for human being except to do some prediction or futurological studies. And remember that Jyotisham is astrology is the only tool available for an individual to understand about himself and his life in the future, and how his family will be there, the mother, the brothers, his son, and how his partners will be there, and when he will be dying, how the death will be coming, and what will be his profession, what will be his income, and how he will be living, what will be the nature of his house, where he will be residing, what will be the nature of the profession. For understanding the future of an individual, some of us may be compelled to follow some system, and the only system available nowadays is astrology. And one should remember that the planets do not give anything to anybody. Planets, we use the planets. Planets means Tara Graha, and all are Graha. Sun is a Graha but not Tara Graha. Moon is a Graha, not Tara Graha. Rahu is a Graha, not Tara Graha. Tara Graha means planet. Graha means the one which is influencing you. And here all the planets have been given the Karakatvam, the indicator parameters, how our forefathers reached or concluded that so and so planet or graha will be indicating so and so information. How they arrived at, one cannot say at all. How the Bhava Chakra is influencing, that cannot be explained by science. That is explained by our forefathers. And remember how the Desha Kala, you know that Sun, solar Desha, Sun Desha is 6 years. Desha for Moon is 10 years. Desha for Mars is 7 years. Desha for Jupiter is 18, I think. And Desha for Saturn is 20 or so. And how they arrived at, one cannot scientifically explain that one. And how we can say the Swakshetra of Venus. Swakshetra of Venus is Idavam Rashi. How can we explain it? Our forefathers said that. We do not know how they arrived at that. Mercury has Midunam and Kanni sign, S-I-G-N. Rashi are the Swakshetra of Mercury. How our forefathers arrived at that conclusion, we cannot explain scientifically, logically, rationally, or by any means. So, when we use the astrology, we are using the knowledge given by our forefathers. We say planets have got, grahas have got Swakshetra, and grahas have got Bandhukshetra, grahas have got Shatrukshetra, grahas have got a drishti towards 3, 7, 10 or 4, 7, 9 and so on. How our forefathers arrived at this Deshakala or drishti or Karagatva or Bhava ownership, Bhavadipadi, Rashyadipadi, etc. One cannot scientifically explain how our forefathers arrived at that type of information. We are only using them for our present analysis. So, the prediction part we are using, it may not be 100% correct because the birth time itself varies significantly. As we all know, as some of you know that, the birth time is taken either Shirodarshanam, the time the head is seen, or Kadi Bandhanam, the cutting of umbilical cord, or Bhusparshanam, touching the earth, or Rodanam, crying time of the baby. Any of these 4 parameters can be taken, accordingly variation will be there. So we can say that variation will be there in the prediction. If somebody would like to take that knowledge, can take. If somebody would like to challenge the astrology, they have got the freedom to challenge that. If somebody would like to criticize and even negatively belittle or degrade astrology, remember that they have got the freedom for that. But everyone can remember one thing, that the knowledge given by our forefathers, whether it is Ayurveda or yoga or music therapy or meditation or yogasana, or the knowledge connected with the Sanskrit language, or the knowledge connected with the ragas and the talas in the music, and the knowledge derived out of the musical instrument, these were given for thousands and thousands of years ago. Still they are all getting converted into the scientific factors now. So ancient Indian knowledge is becoming science today. Yoga is becoming science, Ayurveda is becoming science, Yogasana is becoming science, music therapy is becoming science, meditation has been proved as science, Sanskrit language is found to be ideal for computers, and mantra therapy is becoming science. Like this, sometimes in the future, scientists may be in a position to give explanation for what our forefathers told about Bhava, Bhavadipadi, Karakatvam and Drishti plus Swakshetram, Shatrukshetram, Bandhukshetram, Uchakshetram, Nichakshetram and so on. And even if they give some of the commentaries or explanations or a narration about it, they may not be logically truthful, they may not be rational. So one can say that there is no other alternative for finding the future of an individual, about his health condition, about his family condition, about his mother and father, about his son or daughter, about his own partners, about his death, about his purva punyam or profession or income or expenditure. In total, we can say the life of an individual surviving or living on the surface of the globe earth for about 80-85 years. If one would like to know about that, the only path now available is astrology, in which astronomy is scientific, mathematics is scientific, prediction part is not scientific, not logical, not rational. Still, one should not venture to challenge others or argue others. One need not try to convince others if that person is posing any challenge, because this knowledge is not created by ourselves. It is not our duty to convince the people who are not ready to get convinced. Let them convince or let them not convince. If they want to use it, they can use it. Misinterpretation of many of the astrological parameters are being done by the astrologers. That will be creating lot of problem. Unnecessary, one need not misinterpret to inform the world that astrology is science. Whether astrology is science or astrology is not science, we need not bother it about. Studying economics, history, music, language, linguistic branch of knowledge, they are not science. One need not think that everything should be science for ourselves to use that. Whether somebody is using or not using is not our business. Whether somebody is respecting our heritage or not is not our duty to make him respect our country. We can inform them, we can teach them, we have to learn for that, but without misunderstanding, without misinterpreting, and without embedding with the superstition and durachara with that. Remember that astrology can be made useful if it is used reasonably with an open intention. Thus, astrological knowledge can be made useful for finding a good future for our children, our family, our relatives, our company, and so on. But blindly one should never follow astrology, because every prediction in the world has got its own limitations. So drawbacks and limitations are part and parcel of the prediction. Nobody predicted the development of computer. Nobody predicted the 5, 6, 7, 8 generations of the computers. Nobody predicted a laptop computer. Nobody predicted our Wi-Fi. Nobody predicted small mobile phones in which we can keep even 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB type of memory material. These are all taking place nowadays without prediction. Nobody predicted the split of USSR, and many people predicted many negatives. Majority of them did not work. Even Malthusian theory got wrong, and in the Malthusian theory it is told the population will increase geometrical proportion and agricultural products, other products will be increasing by arithmetic progression. It has gone completely wrong. So remember that many of the predictions have gone wrong. Many of the correct things have got not at all predicted, and prediction is not a superstition. Whether if it is becoming correct or nearer to the correct point, that can be used. that can be used for our making our life, making our mind, our body, our family, our culture, our society and our nation excellent. Many people predicted after Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba, Puttaparthi will become empty and vacant. Very recently I was fortunate enough to go there. I found millions and millions of his devotees are in Puttaparthi. Many people thought that spreading the negatives of Mata Amritanandamayi will erase off her institutions and organizations and her power to attract people. Nothing happened. So the prediction can go wrong, prediction can go right. Our aim is using any knowledge for the benefit of the human being, whether it is Indian knowledge or foreign knowledge, whether it is ancient knowledge or modern knowledge. Our ultimate aim should be to make use of that without ourselves subjecting to superstition or duracharas. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.